All right, everyone. The other day, Biden announced he was going impromptu to Walter Reed for a physical. And it wasn't really newsworthy because every president gets an annual physical at Walter Reed and they get checked out. And inevitably, the physician will release a report and say, well, he's perfectly fine. For a man of his age, he's in better than normal shape. Of course, at Biden's age, that doesn't mean much. He's 81, but he acts like a 75-year-old. Well, that's wonderful to know. Even with Trump, you remember the White House physician under Trump came out and said, well, he's staggeringly healthy and stuff like that. It's okay. He's healthy for his age. He is overweight. He is mentally sharp. Donald Trump always has been and presumptively always will be, unlike Joe Biden. But he's older. To say that a person who's at that time 74 or thereabouts is in good shape for their age, okay, the 74-year-old acts more like a 70-year-old. This is inevitable. The physician there is not going to throw the President of the United States under the bus and say, no, he has a shit ton of problems, man. He's got bowel movement issues and he can barely walk and he couldn't even remember who I was. He didn't know where he was when he came in for his physical. That's not going to happen. Here's the problem, though, and really the devil is in the details here. It's about the reporting on Joe Biden, again, unexpectedly going to Walter Reed. What was the first thing that everyone suspected when that happened? It wasn't, hey, he's going for his annual physical. He's going to get checked out, and the doctor will say, generally, he's fine. He's capable of understanding things, and he can do his job, etc., the inevitable end result of such a physical. No, it was just Joe Biden suffering some sort of health issue we don't know about? Well, it was very unexpected. He suddenly announced, he's headed to Marine One. He's like, oh, I'm going to Walter Reed, man. Gotta go get my physical. Everyone immediately speculated there was some dire health issue. Now, isn't that rather telling that the immediate assumption when Joe Biden comes out and says, I'm going to get checked out by the doc, he's going to take my heartbeat, my blood pressure and shit like that, is, oh God, does he have cancer? Oh my, does he have some sort of a prostate issue? Does he need surgery? Is his mind going or something like that? It was very, very telling. You never had this in living history, really. Ronald Reagan, they used to make jokes about him having cognitive decline, and in his second term, at least in the last couple of years, he quite clearly did. Joe Biden had that from day one. Even before he got in there on the campaign trail, people were talking about how he was batshit. It's very, very telling, though, that the person who is the chief executive of the United States, when they go in for a routine physical, which is all that this is, it is not some sort of emergency, dire situation, immediately you get the rumor mill speculation about if there's something else wrong. Well, did he fall down the other day? Did he crack his skull and now he's got a concussion? He has to go into Walter Reed in order to get checked out, make sure that he's not going to pass out and die in his sleep or something. Does he have AIDS or something like that? There shouldn't be such speculation. We should not have gotten to the point where the chief executive is expected to be sickly, which is exactly what even the lamestream media was doing. Mainline lamestream media, legacy media pages like CNN, MSNBC and stuff, were also reporting on the situation. And they were spinning it as though, maybe there's something wrong. Seems odd. He didn't pre-announce that he was going in for his physical. He's just going to Walter Reed for a checkup out of the blue. And the speculation even extends to groups that clearly they're in the pocket of Joe Biden. They work with him explicitly. They even brag about it as far as economic news goes. We should not have gotten to the point where we accept that our republic should be led by people that are potentially sickly. Hell, even Donald Trump, at his age, he could have a health problem if he's reelected. And I fully admit to that fact. Donald is not God Emperor. He's not going to live forever. He's an older gentleman. He's elderly at this point. I mean, not as elderly as Joe Biden. He's clearly in better physical and certainly mental condition, but he's older now. We do need at some point to have a discussion about whether we want to continuously elect 80-year-olds to that particular office. Trump did a good enough job in his first term that I'm like, fuck it. It's perfectly fine. He seems to be reasonably healthy. That's the benefits definitely outweigh the detriments there. And when the alternative is Joe Biden, that one was easily sold to me as a voter. But Joe Biden is not in good health. The problem And a link in the description archived, of course, about this. Again, he just announces that he's going to Marine One, and the reporters are there, oh, where are you going, Mr. President? I'm going to Walter Reed. Oh, why? Oh, shit. And they scribble down their notes. They immediately put out a presser, and then they find out it's just for a physical. But there shouldn't be such speculation about the health of the most important political figure in your country. It should not be a fixture of the presidency of the United States. It's simply unacceptable at this point. Even some liberals balking at it. You think that all of that 13% of the uncommitted vote in Michigan had to do just with Dearborn? Yeah, much of it was a protest vote. Some of those people are like, well, we're not sure that Biden's going to make it through a second term. Leaving us with Kamala Harris, the first female president being unelected and a psychopath. I don't think that would go over so well even with far-left voters, actually. Joe Biden is not well. They're going to lie. They're going to come out with the official physical report and say, well, he's got good blood pressure. He's capable of walking and talking, which apparently is the litmus test to be in politics these days. He doesn't regularly soil himself, only occasionally. He had the extra bran muffin because it was the brand he really liked, and Jill said fuck, and I'll wipe your poopy diaper later. And so he doesn't wear Depends. He doesn't have a colostomy bag, so he's fit to be the president of the United States of America. That's what you're going to get from that one. I think it's asinine myself, but yeah, Biden gets his physical at Walter Reed, and the legacy media again. Some of these sites being beholden to him, literally working with his administration on messaging, still express concern because of the impromptu nature by which he went. Taking Marine One to Walter Reed. Just take your fucking limo or something like that. That's about all. Peace out.